What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me. 10,000 steps, we still own it. I'm going to talk a little bit about promiscuous women. This may be a triggering topic for some, not for all. More likely than not, the only people who are going to be triggered by this, though, are women who fall into this category, and it's too late for them to do something about it. Damn, I would start this video right when some noise was about to happen, right? I've been good lately, though. I haven't been attracting as much noise, but as always, noise is going to find me. Let's see what it is this time. Sounds like a EMS fire truck. It was one of them. All right. As I were, promiscuous women. I was listening to a video. I was out driving yesterday, and I had a video just playing, and it was two women sitting down. One was an older woman, and the other was a younger woman. And the older woman was basically trying to explain to the younger woman why men prefer a woman with a lower body count. And she really didn't seem to like this. She really didn't seem to like any of the things that the woman was saying. Now, this woman, this older woman, she's been married for some years. So she's actually doing what I think a lot of older women should do, and that's tell these younger women the truth about what fate awaits them if they continue to move the way that they're moving. And some of them, it's too late. They've already successfully forever placed themselves in the category where they're gonna be alone with cats and a box wine subscription and romance novels, because no guy is ever gonna commit to them because of their promiscuous past. But the younger woman, she was trying so hard to reject the ideas that the older woman was saying to her. And I'm just like, these are emotional reactions, because she knows that she is already way past being in line with what the older gal is talking about. So what was the older gal talking about? Well, the older gal was basically saying to her that, men don't want a woman that's been around the block. And her rebuttal is, well, she thinks that's insecurities. Well, why not? Again, men's preferences are always, at least by these types, they're always try to, put some negative spin on it. Oh, you're insecure, you're controlling, you're this, you're that. Let me move quick so this Escalade could go past. Actually, I'll just go back the other way. We got shade over here, so let's go on and stay over here. But the men's preferences, they're always vilified. It never fails. Men, you want a woman to be cooperative, you want a woman to be in shape, you want a woman to smile. Like, these things they're always categorized as some giant negative. And basically she's saying the man should appreciate that she has so much experience. She was like, let's say the gal's been with 100 guys. Well, isn't that even more special for him that she's had 100 guys before him and that he's the one she chose? I mean, this is for real what she said. After this woman has been, not her in particular, but this is the example that she gave. So a woman who has been with 100 guys before you, okay, that's 100 cocks that she sucked and sat on, and taking back shots from. Now that she's gotten to you, you're supposed to act like what she did was somehow a benefit. This actually adds value to your life in some way. Men do not benefit whatsoever from a woman's promiscuous past. It doesn't matter how much someone like her tries to spin it as it's somehow a good thing. It is not. I don't get any value from you sucking 100 cocks before mine. Like, nut. Like you might be the goat, the throat goat or whatever, but I don't want that because I know what it took for you to get there. I know what it took for you to become the throat goat. So that's not what I want at all. So she was so resistant to this. Like men don't want a woman with a bunch of experience. Men don't want a woman that has been the village bicycle. She's been around the block. You know, a woman that 100 guys have climbed on top of her before me, that is in no way, shape, or form a benefit to me. But this is the logic that she was running with. She was trying so hard to take this whole experience thing and present it as it's somehow a benefit to the guy that he should appreciate. So she's been the biggest 304 she possibly can be, and he's supposed to somehow see this as a positive thing, not as a negative thing. No. And again, there's only certain types of women that they try so hard to buck against the fact that men want a woman with a low body count. And these are the ones that have already ran up their notch count well into the triple digits, and it's too late for them. There's no taking it back. They've done this. They behaved this way. They had their 304 phase. There's no taking it back. They now have to live with it. They don't want to live with it, but at the time when they were behaving this way, they were totally fine with it. That's the thing. Their 20s when they're in their prime. And it seemed like this gal here was, I think she was like 29, 30, something like that. She had like just turned that age or whatever. And it's funny how it always seems to be that age. It always seems to be that age. When she's 20 through 25, if she's in the middle of that 304 phase, she wants nothing to do with settling down with a stable guy. She wants nothing to do with a good guy, with a quality guy. Nothing to do with him. He's boring. He's corny. He's, not fun, not exciting. He's none of those things. It's when they start approaching 30 and they see that the phone isn't ringing like it used to. Chad and Tyrone are not hitting them up like they used to. The phone calls to come hang out and stuff, they've slowed down because there's always some new batch of fresh 20-year-olds coming into the game. So she's only looking to settle down now because she's aging out. She's not retiring because she wants to. The game is retiring her because she's aging out. The phone isn't ringing for a woman at 30 the way it was at 20. So many of them, they misuse their youth. Women have an accelerated timeline. They don't have the same timeline as men. That's not a diss. That's just the way that it is. A woman at 20 through 25, she is at like peak power, right? She can get any guy she wants. If she's pretty, if she's kept her body in shape, if she's kept her notch low, she can pretty much get nearly any guy that she wants, including, the top shelf men that all men seem to want. When she's in that range, 20 to 25, she can get one of those. She has her best chance of getting one of those. But she puts off that until she's 30, has gained 40, 50 pounds, and now has a few kids out of wedlock. And now that same type of guy that she was able to attract, she was able to actually attract that guy back then, but she wasn't interested in settling down. Because she was able to attract that type of guy back then, she's convinced herself that she can still attract that type of guy now. And no, you can't, because he has better options than you. Just being younger, being fitter, and not having children. You can't compete with that. If you're a 30-year-old woman, let's say even if you stayed fit, even if you kept your looks up as best as you can, and you didn't have any children out of wedlock. Let's say you did that. You still have to compete with those 20 to 25-year-olds that don't have those things going either. If you're a fit 30-year-old, you still have to compete with those fit 20 to 25-year-olds. It's not possible. You cannot compete with youth. If you're a woman, you cannot compete with youth. You can say men can't compete with youth, but men don't have to, because the younger guys typically don't have the same money and resources that older guys do. So men don't have to compete with youth. Women have to compete with youth, because the things that men value in women, they expire with age. So women who play the game or try to play the game like men and usually end up with the worst possible outcome. You can't play the game like men. You can't go out there, doing this. Now, what inspired me to do this video today? I was talking to an older lady earlier that I'm familiar with. And it's funny because she brought this up, not me. She was going on about how the younger women today behave, how they are just 304s on the loose, 304s in the wild. She like, I've been dealing with the same man for 40 years. Now, she's not married, but she was proud to tout about the fact that she's been dealing with the same man for 40 years. And she herself said this: I can't do what he do. She was like, he can go and do this and that with all these different women, but if I go out there doing the same thing with different men, I'm a 304. But she said the real word. And I was just laughing or whatever, because it's funny to hear the perspective of older women who didn't do these things that these younger women are doing versus the younger women who are smack dab in the middle of a 304 phase that want so desperately to rewrite the rules. And that's really what it is. That's really what it is. A lot of these women that have already hit the wall, they want to rewrite the rules for men. And you can't rewrite the rules for men. They want to determine what men should and shouldn't appreciate in a woman. They want to define what men should and shouldn't find attractive in a woman. And you can't do that. Men operate the way we operate. We're attracted to what we're attracted to. We like what we like. And you can either do what you need to do to fall in line with that or not. But if you choose not to do that, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. But if you choose not to do that, the consequences will be what they are. And you're just going to have to live with them. You can't rewrite the book for men. You could try to rewrite the book for women, but you can't rewrite the book for women. For men, you cannot tell men what they should appreciate in a woman. You can't tell men that they should find value in a woman that had been through a 304 phase. Come on now. That just is silly logic. It's silly on its face. It does not work. That brings no value to a man whatsoever. You laying on your back for 100 guys before me brings no value to me. You having 100 cocks in your mouth before mine brings no value to me whatsoever. There is nothing at all exciting or enticing about settling down with a woman that I know been busting it open for whoever showed up with a stiffy before me getting here. No. So I'm gonna leave it there, y'all. I actually wasn't planning on touching on this topic today, but I was really thinking about it after I talked to that OG earlier, and she just got me to thinking. So I figured I'd go ahead and hit y'all with this now. So appreciate y'all connecting with me, man. I'm gonna keep doing these steps. Thumbs up this video, subscribe. I'll let y'all later. Peace.